Hypergamy does not care. This is a very important video for you guys. If you're watching this video and you have no idea what hypergamy is, and I'm talking about this with men and women and how, relationships and all that. Hypergamy, if you don't know what that is, you need to understand it, my guys. You gotta understand it. And after this video on my playlist, you should watch the Red Pill Truth About Dating Women if you don't know what hypergamy is. That will kind of go more in depth about hypergamy and monkey branching. But in this video, hypergamy doesn't care. This is just the cold, hard truth about female nature. All right, so it is a very oversimplified version of hypergamy in case you've never heard it before. Hypergamy is basically the instinct inside of a woman that will make her always search for a man with higher status, the highest status that she can attain. Now, status can come in all sorts of different ways, how you hold yourself, how much money you make, your looks, all of this stuff, right? But it combines basically into, let's just say, status. And a man with higher status, a woman is always going to be attracted to. Hypergamy literally doesn't care about your feelings as a man. It doesn't care about what you've done in the past. Hypergamy is always acting. And so if a woman feels like she can attain a guy that can provide more for her life, because women fall in love with a man that can provide for her life. Men, we fall in love with women. Women fall in love with what we can provide for a woman. So, therefore, hypergamy doesn't care. It doesn't care about your romance and all that. It's pretty ruthless. And I'm going to get into what hypergamy doesn't care about, and I'm just going to take it straight from this book here, The Rational Male. All right, this book is by Rollo Tomassi. There's probably 2 overall books out of all of the books I've read on dating and relationships that I think are some of the best overall books on understanding women and relationships. This one right here, The Rational Male by Rollo Tomassi, this is one of them. Another book that I thought was very, very well done was 3% Man by Corey Wayne. Now, I read that one a few times, but probably 5 or 6 years ago. I haven't read it again since, so maybe I should. This one I read almost a decade ago, and I am rereading it again right now. There's some of my notes I have here. And Rollo Tomassi here already covered Hypergamy Doesn't Care. I'm just going to read straight from this book here. So if you want this book, I would get it, The Rational Male. I got mine on Amazon or whatever. But you got to understand this when you're dealing with women, especially these days, because with online dating apps and social media, women's hypergamy is like at an all-time, always searching for better and better. So you got to understand this. All right, so hypergamy doesn't care. This is on page 192. Hypergamy doesn't care. Hypergamy doesn't care how great a father you are to your kids. Hypergamy doesn't care how you rearranged your college majors and career choice in life to better accommodate her. Hypergamy doesn't care how inspired or fulfilled you feel as a stay-at-home dad. Hypergamy doesn't care that you moved across 4 states to accommodate your long-distance relationship. Hypergamy doesn't care how supportive you've always been of her decisions or if you identify as a male feminist. Hypergamy doesn't care about the sincerity of your religious convictions or aspirations of higher purpose. Hypergamy doesn't care about those words you said at your wedding. Hypergamy doesn't care about how you funded her going back to college to find a more rewarding career. Hypergamy doesn't care how great a guy you are for adopting the children she had with other men. Hypergamy doesn't care about your divine and forgiving nature in excusing her youthful indiscretions. All of the men in the past. Hypergamy doesn't care about your that's going to be a hard word for me to say, so I'm just going to skip it. In assuming responsibility for her student loans and credit card debt after you're married. Hypergamy doesn't care if he was your best friend. Hypergamy doesn't care about the coffee in bed you bring her or how great a cook you are. Hypergamy doesn't care about all those chick flicks you sat through with her and claimed to like. Hypergamy doesn't care about how well you do your part of the household chores. Hypergamy doesn't care about how much her family or friends like you. Hypergamy doesn't care if you think you're a good guy or about how convincing your argument is for your sense of honor. Hypergamy doesn't care whether the children are biologically yours or not. Hypergamy doesn't care if she was drunk, he was cute, and one thing led to another. Hypergamy doesn't care how sweet, funny, or intellectual you are. Hypergamy doesn't care if you never saw it coming. Hypergamy doesn't care if you are bitter. That is a lot of truth, all right? That is some cold truth about hypergamy. And just to dive a little bit deeper on that, what Rollo Tomassi here is saying is that hypergamy is always active in women. Hypergamy is always constantly going. And so whatever you did in the past doesn't matter. The wedding vows you said, that doesn't matter. Hypergamy is acting right now in this moment. Hypergamy is acting tomorrow, freshly. When women are looking at men, they're always looking for higher status. What can he provide for my life? And so regardless, anything you did in the past, you can't bank on that. You can't be like, well, I was such a good father, blah, blah, blah. Again, hypergamy doesn't care. If she finds a guy that can provide more for her life, then, and she can attain him, there's a good chance she's gone. And again, that doesn't sound good, right? That is not the fairy tale that we are brought up with. And that's why it's my job as a man to help other men out there understand this. Because this is extremely accurate, guys. I've been with so many women. I've interacted with so many women over the years. This is accurate. Hypergamy really doesn't care. That is why I'm not a guy that goes for long-term relationships. If you are, you still need to understand hypergamy. And one thing, and this is maybe just a side note, and again, some guys like to date women, other guys don't. Some guys just go, hypergamy, this sucks, this is crazy, I'm staying away from women, and I understand that. Other guys go, oh man, like, bummer, and they still want to date women. That's what I do. But I get guys all the time that will say, like, man, I wish I was good with women as you are. I wish I had the game you had. I just got another message on Instagram just a few minutes ago before I made this video about, oh man, dude, your game's so good, because I posted another online dating example. Man, I wish I could do that. And it's like, okay, guys, I have read hundreds of books about women. I've taken so many courses about women. Back in my day when I would be more considered like a pickup artist, learning all the skills, right? So you can learn them. The question more is like, is it worth it to learn them? A lot of guys say no, but if you want to get better with women, you have to put the work in. You can't just go in hoping that this girl will be different. Hypergamy doesn't care. You gotta know how to handle yourself in every situation if you want to have a high attraction with a woman for long term. And again, as I'm saying this, and the more that I unpack all this, and I go, yeah, dude, just learn how to get better with women. That's kind of was my mindset. I was like, I wanted to get better with women, so I put a bunch of work in. I mean, I'm still reading books like this day right now because I want to get better at teaching men. So I'm always trying to learn and improve, right? So I used to always just be like, well, suck it up, dude, get better. Get better. And that is part of me, that mindset is still there for sure, because I think that's with anything. You know, the more effort you put in, the more at improving something, improving a skill, the better you'll get at it. And therefore, it's kind of a merit-based reward system. The better you get with women, the better they treat you type thing. So if you want to get better with women, that, you know what, my website, I got products, I got my VIP membership. That is the way where I go into all the tips and tactics and how to text her and how to, handle this online, how to open her online. When she throws this at you in a conversation, here's how you respond. That's all that tactics of keeping your status up so that hypergamy is lessened, so that you do a better job of being that guy at the top of her hypergamy radar in different situations. But the bottom line is not whether you need to learn these skills or not. I already know and I'll be honest, you guys, if I came out of a long distance relationship and I had never learned these skills and I just learned about this for the first time, about hypergamy and all of this stuff, I probably would be like, I'm not learning that. That's too much work. That's crazy that you have to do that to keep a woman interested. So I have total empathy for any guy that goes, I don't want to learn it. Awesome. But if you do want to learn it, you got to put in the work to get better at it if you want to participate in the dating world, in this dating process. The worst decision, okay, it's not a bad decision if you're like, dude, I'm going my own way, I'm done with women. That's not a bad decision. That's mentally healthy. You can improve yourself, improve your life. You can help the people around you in your community. I don't have a family of my own, but I'm excited about still supporting my family, my relatives, the people I'm close with, my friends. So that is a totally good option. The other option, this is the route I went, was I wanted to learn everything. I wanted to be able to navigate every situation with women. I wanted to be able to learn what to look out for, when to invest my time and not invest my time. When is this just a total waste of time, and when is okay, there might be something here to explore as far as this girl would be fun to hang out with a few times. The horrible option. So again, you go on your way and decide that's a fine option. You deciding, hey, I'm going to put the work in to learn this stuff. That's a fine option. The worst option is to go in with ignorance. Ignorance is not bliss in this case. Going in with your eyes shut, just going, you know what? Oh, I heard about this hypergamy thing. I heard about this red pill. I heard about this or that. But you know what? No, that's not true. This woman's different. When you go into a relationship, or you go into with your heart, with that mindset, you are screwed. So again, man, learn this stuff and then decide, hey, is this too much work? It might be. It definitely might be. Or learn this stuff, figure it out, and get good at it. But do not put your head in the sand and ignore this, because, is my man Rollo Tomassi clearly pointed out, hypergamy doesn't care. All right, there's your video for today. Guys, again, you got to know the truth. Hypergamy is real, and hypergamy doesn't care. Now it's up to you to decide what you want to do with that. But I will be here trying to help warn you guys. Also, follow other good guys that are preaching topics like this, because you need to hear it. And off the top of my head, guys that I on YouTube that you can follow and watch that I think have great advice is Coach Greg Adams. Coach Greg Adams is one of them. Darius MGTOW, I think it's just Darius M now. He is another one that has good stuff. Terrence Popp, I like his show. He's funny. He drops a lot of truth bombs in that. A guy that's not MGTOW is Undead Chronic, and he does a great job of exposing female nature, so you can kind of see it for what it is in a different way as well. Those are just off the top of my head, 4 guys. Maybe you have some others below about who are good guys to follow. Guys that are coming in, are new to this. Guys that are hearing hypergamy for the first time. Who are some guys that they should look up to? I know I mentioned before in my videos about Sandman, TFM, Turd Flinging Monkey. That'd be another guy. But yeah, those are some ones for you guys to check out, and post some more below if you have them, and post a story about hypergamy, about this. Hypergamy doesn't care. What else do you see where it's holy cow, I can't believe that happened. And again, I'm going to tell you guys this, is that I get a lot of really good experiences with women only because I've done this for so long. However, there are still times, and I still have stories where it's I was on my game and I did this or that, and it's I'm still shocked sometimes about hypergamy and how it doesn't care. About how it doesn't, some things that have happened where it's I cannot believe you did that. I just can't believe it logically, although I understand it because of my background in understanding hypergamy, but it still shocks me. So, guys, hypergamy doesn't care. Hypergamy is real, and help our brothers out below with some wise wisdom that you can let them know. Oh, and real quick, if you do want to date, I'm not saying you should date or you shouldn't date. I personally like to date women, but my basic thing is if you're going to do it the right way. Hold your masculine frame. Really know how to carry yourself, and then you get women on their best behavior. If you want to learn that, my private membership is the place to be, textingprince.com. But either way, I'm going to be here helping you guys out in whatever way I can. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, share the video, but definitely subscribe. Peace.